This is Dr. Joshua Aura, who is a high school mathematics at a virtual school known as the RCM Online High School. And we only teach over the holidays, holiday tuitions. Like right now, we have very good classes ongoing. Yeah, and we charge Kenya shillings 4,000 for 5 papers. So if you're interested in joining these classes that run every day from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m., with lots of great work being given to students, great motivations being given to students, please don't hesitate calling us today or just giving us a WhatsApp message through this number, 0793 555 000. So then if you're given this kind of a question, how do you solve this? They're telling us that O is the center of the circle. So if O is the center of the circle, remember the line that stretches from the center to any point of the circumference. Center, that line which moves from the center to any point of the circumference, this automatically will be a radius. Yeah, so OB is a radius and OD. So we have OB equals OD, and basically these are the radii. They're the radius, like that. So they must be equal to separate this, this is equal to this. So this and this are equal because they are radiuses, what we call radii, like that. That's very, very important. And then, ladies and gentlemen, remember this is a very, very important quadrilateral, which is a cyclic. It is cyclic. It's a cyclic quadrilateral. We call it a cyclic quadrilateral. A cyclic quadrilateral. So you can see it is a quadrilateral that has got 4 angles. 4 angles. And all the 4 angles are touching the circumference of our circle. They are touching the circumference of our circle. Cyclic quadrilateral. I forgot to give you one angle. No, actually it's here. Angle BCD. We are told here angle BCD is 130. You see, when they talk of angle BCD, it means C. The middle one is the angle. All right. So BCD. So this has to be 130. So remember the concept of these opposite angles, the opposite angles over a cyclic quadrilateral. Whenever you add opposite angles over a quadratic, over a cyclic, not quadratic, but a cyclic quadrilateral, opposite angles, whenever you add them, they must give you 180 degrees. I write here that opposite, allow me to call this CQ. Opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral. Talk of sum of opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral must always be equal to 180 degrees. So meaning that if you come and give this one here a small a, so these are the opposite. You see they're opposite. So it means that A plus 130 should be equal to 180 degrees. The sum of opposite angles over a cyclic quadrilateral will always be equal to 180. So we have this 130 given here and this A that I'm trying to get. Then that automatically must add up to, they must add up to 180. Meaning that our A will be equal to 180. Please take this 130 to the other side. So minus 130. So it means that A will be equal to 50 degrees. A will be equal to 50 degrees. Remember, cyclic quadrilateral, quad because of the 4 angles touching the periphery of the circle, touching the circular circumference here, cyclic quadrilateral. So remember there are 2 theories. This is the first theory, the one of opposite angles. The one of opposite angles, whenever you add the 2, they must always add up to what here? They must always add up add up to 180, the second theory. So this one I've already known, it's 50 here. Then we have what we call the arc theory. The arc theory. The arc theory, very, very important. The arc theory. So we have here the arc theory. The arc theory. So this arch of ours, ladies and gentlemen, remember this is the circle. This is the circle. So if we take a small arc here, we have got the middle. If we take an arc here, yeah, so this arc from here to here, it's an arc. So this arc is able to support a particular angle here, call this angle X. It's able to support this angle at the middle, and if I extend something here, it's able to support this angle at the circumference. Call that angle Y. So remember, it is the same arc. This arc here, this arc is supporting an angle at the center, and it's supporting an angle at the circumference. And if you remember very well, the angle at the center will always be equal to double the angle at the circumference. This angle at the center, the arc angle at the center will always be equal to twice angle of circumference. Circumference, the one that is touching the circle. Twice angle of circumference. Circumference. You can write that in full. Angle of circumference. So meaning that this X here will be equal to double of this. So X equals 2Y. X equals 2Y. So meaning that if I come and call this one here W, can somebody give me the value of W? Can somebody give me the value of W using these arc angles? The angle at the center will always be equal to double the angle at the circumference. Can somebody give me this angle W? Somebody try. Angle W will be equal to who? Angle W will be equal to, using that concept of, now this is the angle at the center. And then I can see the angle at the circumference. I can see the angle at the circumference. I'm waiting to hear from you. You people are bright. I'm 100% sure that you shall be able to conquer these mountains. And you shall be able to go to the very top. It is an A. It's not a B or a C. It must be an A. It must be an A. It must be an A. So remember now, this is the arc, big one, supporting angle at the center and supporting angle at the periphery. Yeah, guesswork 100. You are very correct. It's not guesswork. This angle at the center here, the angle at the center is always bigger. It's always double. It's always double. It is always double. It is always double. So we are saying there that W, which is angle at the center, angle at center will be equal to double angle at circumference. Angle at circumference. So meaning that W will be equal to twice times angle at the circumference, which is 50. We have already said A is 50. This angle at the circumference, like that, is 50. So then this will be 2 times 50, which gives me 100 degrees. Which gives me 100 degrees. So first of all, up to there, ladies and gentlemen, are we together, please? Let me know whether we are together. Up to there, let me know, first of all, whether we are together. Please make a comment there. Are we together? Are we together? Are we together, really? The angle at the center. When you are doing engineering, this is really, really useful. The angle at the center will always be bigger, will always be double than angle at the circumference. Angle at the circumference. Very, very important. Very, very important. Now, after that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm almost through, and we are going home now. I remember that these two sides are equal, and these two lower sides are equal. That one will give me some important diagram in mathematics. We call that one a kite. We call that one a kite. If you remember a kite. Yeah, we did this during our childhood. Yeah. So the kite, the top sides must always be the same. All right. And then we have these bottom sides. Yeah, the two are the same. So this could be like 10 centimeters. This could be like 8 centimeters. For example, I'm just giving arbitrary values. A kite. This is what we call a kite. Now remember that for a kite, what are we supposed to remember for a kite? Remember, we have gotten this as 100, eh? We have gotten this as 100. So for a kite, we have here angles formed by unequal sides. Unequal sides, which will always be opposite of each other, are equal. You see, we have this is an angle formed by the same sides, same size. This is an angle formed by same size. The same case here. But we're talking of angles formed by an equal side. So like now we have this 10 and this 8. Don't write these numbers, eh? These are just arbitrary. Yeah. So we have this one here. So if this is x, the opposite, this must also be x degrees. And yet, ladies and gentlemen, we are given this is 100 and this is 130. 100 and 130. Yeah. So remember this one here for a kite. Angles formed by unequal sides, like this, unequal sides, this one here, are always equal. And then remember that this is, it has got 4 sides. It's a polygon that has got 4 sides. So if it's a polygon with 4 sides, when you add all the interior angles, we should be able to have them adding to 360 degrees. So it means that if you come and add them, so we have here x plus 100 plus this x plus 130. So I'm taking this plus this plus this plus this should be equal to 360. So then this will be 2x, all right, plus 230 equals 360. So 2x will be equal to 360 minus 230. So 360 minus 230, that will give me what figure, somebody? Yeah, thank you, Maureen. You're really, really fighting. So then 2x will be equal to 130. Therefore, x will be 130 over 2. So 130 over 2 will end up giving me 65, right? 65. So it means that this, this is the kite, eh? It means that this is 65 degrees and this is 65 degrees like that. Now we can answer the question. The first question that they wanted us to give them, the first angle is angle BAD. Angle BAD. The first angle that they wanted us to give them is angle BAD. We write like this, BAD. So remember, this A is the angle of A. So we have here BAD, 50 degrees. BAD. And then we have a second one, number 2, the second one. Number 2 is ODC. It is ODC. So we have here ODC. That is our x, which is 65 degrees. So I want you to do me a summary, and please just mention there which key concepts have you learned out of this question. The key concept, the takeaways. If you name them very well, then I'll be able to sponsor you to my virtual classes. If you name the concepts that you have been able to study very well out of this just question alone, then I'll be able to sponsor you to my virtual classes. Let those concepts you have learned today, in this case here, be dropped at our comment section. Let's get the comment section and write. For example, I've understood the concept of the kite. Yeah, the kite. Yeah, like the angles formed by an equal length sizes, those two angles will always be the same. Yeah, then I would want you to write about 3 key concepts that you have been able to study today. Otherwise, as usual, this being YouTube, ensure that you are subscribing, ensure that you are commenting, and ensure that you are sharing this link with all your classmates. Otherwise, thank you, and thank you very, very much. Great. So remember my YouTube channel, Edward. If you want the sponsorship, my YouTube channel is Joshua Aura. I'll be able to fix this. It's Joshua Aura. Joshua Aura. You'll be able to get Joshua Aura. Once I upload this particular video there, ensure that you give us a summary of all those things you've learned out of this question alone. And then you'll be able to get a great scholarship to study with us all the time, whenever you are free, whenever you come home for like Christmas, etc., then you study with us. Otherwise, thank you very much. It has been a pleasure hosting you this afternoon, and I hope you guys have understood great things. Otherwise, much love from this mwalimu. This mwalimu is your ninja, is your father. We can only wish you the very best in your studies. Thank you.